In today's video, I'm going to go over one of my subscribers' picks, okay? And this came from one of the breakout sessions that I do during the week, typically on Mondays and Wednesdays. This one we discussed in Monday's session. Now, what we found during that session was that we had, a couple of clusters of price support, and the first zone did end up holding. And then we actually started seeing some buy triggers against it this morning. So I want to go over what that looks like. But first, before we do that, remember that if the setup zone holds, your typical target for any trend setup is going to be the 1272 extension of the swing into the zone, which means the potential upside target is the 4177 area. Your risk is either defined underneath the low that was made prior to your buy trigger, or underneath the low end of the zone, which would be underneath the 3827 area in this case. Okay, either way is okay as far as defining the risk, but once you decide how you're going to do that, it's a good idea to remain consistent. Now, beyond that, I did also find some time symmetry with a prior declining swing, and it was this high to low where we had a 15 trading day decline, and into the recent low it was also a 15 trading day decline. So all the stuff started to add up, and then here was the confirmation. If I have my charts open, actually I just need to open them. Okay, so a trigger is essentially the price action that tells you that it's worth placing a bet against the zone. So this setup, and I apologize if I didn't already say this, but the setup was in TOL, aka Toll Brothers. So here, it held the zone, and one of the things that you want to do as far as a trigger is you want to go to a lower time frame chart, because you want this to trigger as close to where your defined risk is. Okay, so if the defined risk is underneath here, do you really want to wait till it triggers up here and risk underneath here? Or you can go to the shorter time frame chart. You'll get a heads up, a quicker trigger, and then you can just define your risk underneath here. So this is a 15-minute chart, which is also known as the aggressive swing trade trigger chart. And in this case, we did again, we held support. We took out a prior swing high over here, and then we also had the moving average crossover here. So once both of those things occurred, you could look at the buy side in TOL and define your risk, again, either underneath this low or underneath the low end of that zone. So far it's playing out. I don't know if we're going to get to the target, but that is always something that we shoot for. And beyond that, one of the things that you should typically do if you get involved with something like this is, we don't always make the targets, we do shoot for them. So get to a break-even stop when possible. And I'm pretty sure it's already possible. So anyway, that's what I have in TOL, and I hope that makes some sense to you.